Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Baylor Bears. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. So the Memphis Tigers offense comes on the field first today. I love being in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So much history and tradition. So many championships have been won in this game. But, Kirk, they've been playing this since 1935. Can you tell me who won that first Orange Bowl?
You know what's funny is I actually asked the Sunshine Scooter, who's from Miami, just in case you might ask me that question, so I have an answer. Miami played the Bison of Bucknell, and Bucknell upset them. Talk about a team coming out of left field and pulling off an upset even back then. But who would have guessed how much this game in the college football world would change since then?
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long to the 23. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
It's a run to the left. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. We'll see if they can convert.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Looks like Memphis will have the first down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of him.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launches downfield. He pulls it in for a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Tigers. Offense setting the tone early. You come out in a playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Baylor Bears offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kurt, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
He's going to take off here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. Scanning the field. It's Robertson. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. The offense going very heavy, bringing in more blockers. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Grab behind the line. It's Burton. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, if you want to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. And the Bears pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Looking to pass. It's Robertson. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And here's the handoff. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
He's got it right near the end zone. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. The Bears line up with a first and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the scramble moves it closer to the goal line. The defense able to grab it.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, I thought he was going to be able to find a way to get to the end zone. He is such a threat when he takes off. He pulls that ball down and tries to get to the end zone on these scrambles. But the defense just keeps him out of the goal line.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Baylor.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Pitches to the back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And one final play before the end of the quarter. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. Kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
Touchdown, Memphis. Strong game by this quarterback.
And I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Now they get set to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags the quick throw. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Robertson. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Randall. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense recovers the fumble.
You know, as wide receivers, we get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense been set up for the 1st down and goal.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Going for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming up.
3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down. Fresh center down to the offense. 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. It's a quick grab. That gain is good enough for a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 42. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. The back's got it. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The Bears lining up here on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4 down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Can he get there on the ground? And they pick up the 1st out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone. This is a long march now. Offense getting ready for play number 10. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And that run produces a decent gain.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Nice throw, caught for a completion. And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect. Put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Catch made on the right side. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And completion makes it 2nd and short. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Back to throw. It's Robertson. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. The Bears trying to cash in here in the red zone. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught in the flat by the running back. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense. Now it's second down here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. Now the offense will spend the timeout here. Wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. There's no one to throw to there on 3rd down. And now it's a 4th down coming up. So they won't take a shot at the end zone. Out comes the field goal team trying to get 3 before the end of the half. Long enough and good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. This will likely be the last play of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. The Bears looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And then first down, right back to the running game. Solid game, moves the ball to the 36.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
He hands it to the back. And the freshman brings him down quickly. No huddle here for the offense. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. A quick juke. Good enough for first down yardage. And the Bears are on the move here.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Catch made on the out route. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
To the air, it's Robertson. Receiver makes the catch. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. And it's good from 56 yards.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. First down. Looking to throw the football. Fires this one deep middle. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. They tackle him all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now.
Man, that is a big play by this offense. Now they move the ball into the red zone. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you better be ready because the momentum that they've created, they're probably going to take a shot to the end zone right here.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Looking to throw it again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. They were backed up to start the drive, and some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 12-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. He's found some room at the 45. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin
and the junior able to get home with the sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Back to pass. It's Robertson. Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The Bears will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And they heave it deep downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. Takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. And they get him down, but that's a solid game there to move the sticks using his feet. The guys up front lined up, it's first down. They're going to run it here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Takes the handoff again. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense breaks a huddle and gets set. It's third down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Breaks loose at the 45. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44. And the Bears will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Extending the play now. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job by this offensive line and a great...
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. The Bears line up on 1st and 10 now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Sticking with the running game. Tackled, but first down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. Memphis has the lead here. He played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. 2nd down and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I'll tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. Now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown.
Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Gets into space at the 50. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
On 1st down, it's play action. Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
First down here for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Memphis now operating in the red zone. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. Will he score here? Touchdown, Memphis. And the beatdown continues. They're set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense out of the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to pass. It's Robertson. Along the sideline, but it's incomplete. Second down after that previous play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Looks left and finds his target there. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Send the back in motion. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And he's going to float this one to the right side. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you see your victory.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing.
The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. Returner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Grab down the middle. It's Randall. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Play action here on 1st down. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? He goes down, and the ball game will end on that turnover. In the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch them and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.